These don't feel quite like the roaring 20s everybody used to go on about. In March 2020, a once-in-a-century pandemic began to heavily alter our way of life in Alabama, and it's given us a year that's aged us all about a decade. Time has both flown and stood still at the same time as we've watched the names of friends, kinfolks, and neighbors show up on obituary pages. We know there have been some of the usual racial and other disparities in regards to how much some areas and communities in the state have been affected, but someone's death has been a part of it for nearly all of us. From Lookout Mountain to Mobile Bay and the Shoals to the Wiregrass, we've lost so many good people who were struggling with this virus. It was March, about a year ago, when Governor Kay Ivey began ramping up health guidelines. Stay-at-home orders, then safer-at-home orders, and mask orders would follow. There would be no hangout fest, no Rock the South. Beaches were closed for a bit. Graduations were postponed and turned into spaced-out events. Don't toss your hat, or somebody else might touch it. Every hug was scrutinized. We all ought to do what we can to help minimize the toll that COVID-19 has taken on lives. And in theme, with 2020 being a major election year, we've had a lot of spirited debate over where the perfect balance lies between safety and fear, because there are heavy costs to pay. We've lost people, real precious lives, to the virus. And we've lost businesses and lifelong dreams to the shutdowns. And we've had to hit pause, at least to a degree for everybody, on the way of life that we'd been living. Now, I'm not just talking about the supply of toilet paper here either, but if you want some real passion, we can go there. Some folks were able to work from home, even exclusively. And who knows, it may have saved some marriages and certainly meant you didn't have to drive as much and use so much precious hand sanitizer at the gas pumps. Some folks were not able to work from home, and it was kind of nice to do 55 at 5:01. But that's not really where we want to be, not altogether. So they can take their phrase, new normal, and go ahead and add the words for now in there somewhere, because there are some non-viral things that have been quite unhealthy. For example, not playing your twice-a-week pickup basketball game, not standing as one, elbow to elbow in Jordan Hare or Bryant Denny, not belting out I'll Fly Away from the back pew, unencumbered, even out of tune and out of time, not hugging your mama. And although some might debate this one, we miss looking people in the eye, in person, firmly shaking their hands to show them that we respect them, we're glad to know them, and we're not scared of what they might be giving us. These are things that made up who we are in Alabama. And we've given up some of these things, at least here and there, in whole or in part, with the ultimate goal of getting them back. But now we're starting to look ahead, where it could be that the skies are so blue. New COVID cases are trending downward, while our much scrutinized proficiency at delivering vaccines is trending upward. And we're doing business in an economy that, judging by how far the unemployment rate has fallen since the stay-at-home order, shows some hope of surviving this storm. It all might be enough to put folks in a little better state of mind. It probably helps that it's not an election year this time. And a full college football season probably wouldn't hurt people's mental health either. A virus can change what we do, but it does not have to change who we are. And maybe we can put a little roar into these 20s before it's all over.